Ukraine and Russia. Two nations, forever linked by a shared history, now tragically divided by war. For centuries, their paths intertwined, their cultures blending, their destinies seemingly inseparable. From the vast steppes to the bustling cities, they built a common heritage. Yet beneath the surface of shared language and traditions, simmered tensions, historical grievances, and competing visions of the future. In 2014, these simmering tensions erupted, shattering the fragile peace and plunging Ukraine into a conflict that would reverberate far beyond its borders. The annexation of Crimea by Russia sent shockwaves through the international community, a stark reminder of the fragility of peace in the 21st century. What began as a regional conflict quickly escalated into a global crisis, with far-reaching implications for international security, the global economy, and the very foundations of the post-Cold War order. The world watched in horror as a nation was torn apart, its people subjected to unimaginable suffering. The Ukraine-Russia war is not merely a regional conflict. It is a tragedy of immense proportions, a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict and the urgent need for peace. To understand the current conflict, we must delve into the long and complex history of Ukraine and Russia. Their relationship has been characterized by both cooperation and conflict, by periods of unity and times of bitter division. From shared origins in the East Slavic civilization to the Soviet Union, their paths have been intertwined. The seeds of the current conflict were sown in the aftermath of the Russian Revolution. Ukraine, with its fertile lands, became a vital part of the Soviet Union. Yet, this forced integration came at a cost. The Holodomor, a man-made famine, decimated the Ukrainian population. Millions perished, a stark reminder of Soviet brutality. Despite hardships, Ukrainian identity persisted. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 offered Ukraine a chance for independence. The hopes for peace were shattered in the early hours of February 24, 2022, as Russian forces launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The world watched in disbelief as Russian tanks rolled across the border, their guns aimed at the heart of a sovereign nation. The images of destruction and displacement, of families torn apart and lives upended, shocked the global conscience. The invasion was not merely an attack on Ukraine's territorial integrity, it was an assault on the very principles of international law and the rules-based order that had governed the world since the end of World War II. The Ukrainian people, however, refused to be cowed. They responded with a ferocity and determination that surprised many, taking up arms to defend their homeland. Ordinary citizens, from teachers to shopkeepers, joined the fight, demonstrating the strength and resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The Ukrainian resistance became a symbol of hope, a beacon of defiance against aggression and tyranny. Section 4. The world responds. A new world order? The international community responded to the invasion with a swiftness and unity rarely seen on the global stage. Condemnation was widespread, sanctions were imposed, and military aid flowed into Ukraine. The West, led by the United States and its European allies, presented a united front against Russian aggression, providing Ukraine with the support it needed to resist the invasion. The conflict has had a profound impact on the global order, shattering the illusion of peace and stability that had prevailed since the end of the Cold War. The invasion has also exposed the fault lines within the international community, highlighting the challenges of maintaining global security in a multipolar world. The conflict has had a significant impact on the global economy, disrupting supply chains, fueling inflation, and exacerbating existing inequalities. The war in Ukraine is not just a regional conflict, it is a global crisis with far-reaching consequences for all of humanity. Section 5. Echoes of the past, shaping the future. The Ukraine-Russia war stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the enduring consequences of conflict. It is a conflict steeped in history, a tragic echo of past tragedies that have scarred the region. The war has already had a profound impact on the lives of millions, displacing families, shattering communities, and leaving an indelible mark on the collective psyche of a nation. the world will never be the same. It is our collective responsibility to stand in solidarity with Ukraine, to provide humanitarian assistance, and to work tirelessly for a just and lasting peace.